Huckabee Sanders. We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say, I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia in The Handmaid's Tale. Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Every time Sarah steps up to the podium, I get excited because I'm not really sure what we're gonna get. You know, a press briefing, a bunch of lies, or divided into softball teams. It's shirts and skins, and this time don't be such a little bitch, Jim Acosta. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies. And I'm never really sure what to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women? Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
Yesterday you said that the president was joking about his comments, putting suspects' heads, telling police officers they shouldn't cover their heads and putting them in the car. Was he making a joke about police brutality?
Not at all. I think you guys are jumping and trying to make something out of nothing. He was simply making a comment, making a joke, and it was nothing more than that. Look, the statement that Don Jr. issued is true. There's no inaccuracy in the statement. The president weighed in as any father would based on the limited information that he had. This is all discussion, frankly, of no consequence.
He specifically said that he received a phone call from the president of Mexico.
They were actually direct. They were direct conversations, not actual phone calls.
So he lied. He didn't receive.
I wouldn't say it was a lie. It was. That's pretty bold accusation. It's the conversations took place. They just simply didn't take place over a phone call. That he had them in person.
I asked you directly yesterday if the president had already decided to fire James Comey when he met with the Deputy Attorney General and Attorney General. And you said no. Now we learn from the president directly that he had already decided to fire James Comey. So why were so many people giving answers that just weren't correct?
I think it's pretty simple. I hadn't had a chance to have the conversation directly with the president to say. I'd had several conversations with him, but I didn't ask that question directly. Had you already made that decision? He is going to be leaving the White House. It won't be immediate, but he is resigning from the White House, but is going to stay on to ensure that there's a smooth transition moving forward from here. I think that was a personal decision that Rob made, and one that he was not pressured to do, but one that he made on his own. Again, I gave you the best information that I had, and the allegations, the president has denied and continues to deny. I think it's a fairly simple answer that I've given you actually several times now. I gave you the best information that I had, and I'm going to continue to do my best to do that every single day. I'm not going to get in and relitigate the Civil War, like I told you yesterday. I think I've addressed the concerns that a lot of people had and the questions that you had, and I'm not going to relitigate history here.
And I'm going to ask the question again. And
why don't you ask it in the way that you're apparently accusing me of being?
I'm not accusing. I'm asking the question, Sarah, seriously.
Disgusting and absurd to suggest that anyone inside of this building would support slavery. And this will be our last press briefing before the Thanksgiving holiday in this room, so I want to share a few things that I'm thankful for. I'm clearly very thankful for all of you here in the room. If you want to ask a question, I think it's only fair, since I've shared what I'm thankful for, that you start off with what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for 20 years in this job. I'm thankful to be able to talk to you and question you every single day.
You said from the podium yesterday that Director Comey had lost the confidence of the rank and file of the FBI. On Capitol Hill today, the acting director of the FBI, Andrew McCabe, directly contradicted that. What led you in the White House to believe that he had lost the confidence in the rank and file of the FBI when the acting director says it's exactly the opposite?
Well, I can speak to my own personal experience. I've heard from countless members of the FBI that are grateful and thankful for the president's decision. And I think that, you know, we may have to agree to disagree. I'm sure that there are some people that are disappointed, but I've certainly heard from a large number of individuals, and that's just myself, and I don't even know that many people in the FBI. Administration's unlawful immigration orders earlier this year, President Obama is laying out a responsible 24-month phase out. President Trump.
Something that was revealed in the Mueller report was that she admitted when she was interrogated by or interviewed by Robert Mueller's investigators that she just made up from whole cloth her smears against Jim Comey. The idea, and I think you were asked these questions based on her comments in front of Congress, that he had lost the support of the building, that morale was at historic lows. And I remember when she said it from the podium. She said, "I talked to lots of FBI agents. There's no reason why any political appointee in the White House would have occasion to talk to lots of FBI agents." So I remember hearing it at the time and thinking it sounded bizarre, having served in a press function in the White House. But part of her legacy will always be that she lied from that White House podium about the reputation of Jim Comey and had to confess to those lies in the Mueller report.
These children who are being separated from their families as they come across the border. The Attorney General earlier today said that somehow there's a justification for this in the Bible. Where does it say in the Bible that it's moral to take children away from their mothers?
I'm not aware of the Attorney General's comments or what he would be referencing. I can say that it is very biblical to enforce the law. That is actually repeated a number of times throughout the Bible. However, this, hold on, Jim, if you'll let me finish. Again, I'm not going to comment on the attorney's specific comments that I haven't seen.
It's in the Bible to
That's
follow
not
the
what
law.
I said, and I know it's hard for you to understand. Even short sentences, I guess, but and please don't take my words out of context. But the separation of illegal alien families is the product of the same legal loopholes that Democrats refuse to close. And these laws are the same that have been on the books for over a decade, and the president is simply enforcing them.
During the White House press briefing on Thursday, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders addressed a CBS News report that she is planning her departure from the administration. Here's some of what she had to say.
As I stated last night in a tweet, I think CBS got a little ahead of their skis, particularly since they put out a story about my thinking without ever actually talking to me. Seems that it would be a little bit problematic. In terms of personnel announcements, I don't have any to make. I can tell you that I show up here every day. I love my job. I'm glad to work for the president. And each and every day, I'll pray for clarity and discernment on what my future looks like. Right now, I think the country's looks pretty good, and I'm glad to get to be a part of that process, and I'm going to continue to do my job. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
How are you enjoying your, I don't want to say it's a retirement, but you're...
I'm too young to retire.
How are you enjoying the time off right now?
It's good, a lot of time with my family, which is nice.
What are you thinking you're going to keep the family legacy going and run for governor?
We'll see how things go. Right now I'm just enjoying life and working to help the president get reelected.
Are you happy right now that you're not like kind of in the center of having to defend everything going on and out there every day and having to, especially with all this impeachment stuff?
Just happy to get a little extra time with my family, looking forward to the holidays.
Are the Democrats that are out there right now saying even if this impeachment fails, they might try again? Is that idea crazy to you, or do you think that's...
I think it's crazy they did it the first time.
Your dad's tweet about him running again in 2024. Did your dad pull off the greatest troll of the year?
Probably.
All right. Thanks, Sarah. Be safe.